Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about how the enemy loves to lie and deceive. You know what I mean? That is one of the most biggest detrimental tactics that they use, is the lying and deception. The lies are used to lead the manipulation. So if you think of the lies, just look at it like little people all in a single file line, you know, however many little people you want to put there, and the little person in the front is the liar. Then everyone else in line has their role in place that they have to place and do in order to fulfill the whole mission, to kind of make it complete. It's a weird process, but like, once you realize how much the enemy and the opposition lies, and mostly we start with the system, you know, for some reason the system is the easiest one to start with, you know, black and white race and blah blah blah, all this other exterior lower vibrational shit, you know what I mean? Not saying that they don't do harm at a high vibration. They do. I'm just saying as far as that tactic. But we know the system lies. We know the system manipulates. We know the system has no, what word would I use? No thought process, as into reassure people for the lies that they put out and the people that was hurt in the process of the system putting these lies out. So if Big Daddy is willing to do it, why you think the little ones wouldn't do it? They're little rebels. They're little beings that run around for them. Why would you think that they wouldn't do it? They live and die by the lies. This is why a lot of them will never be forgiven. Like, if I break the branch off this tree, it's broken. It doesn't matter if you say, oh, you can forgive it and it'll be all better. No, the arm is still missing. This is that manipulation shit that the new spiritual ages use to kind of keep people lost in some kind of la-la land space. But the reality of it is, whatever Big Daddy's doing, you have to know that his little minions are doing the exact same thing. So when you got Big Daddy hurting you through the system the big way, and then his little minions are in your physical space, and then they're actually trying to cause harm to you physically, you know, outside of the spiritual, we know over here is spiritual, but the ones that's closer to us, their damage is always more physical than the systems. The systems is later, because they feed us the foods and we take the foods and blah blah blah, that does hurt our bodies physically and blah blah blah. But that's the system. We already know about all of that, you know what I mean? We all kind of pass to anybody that's even born into this world. Be like, oh, the system is dirty. Yes, we know. It's the beings that surrounds us, that's around us, with the constant lying and deceiving and manipulation. And it's like, it only makes them look stupid. It only makes them look more evil and ignorant. It doesn't have the same effect on us if we know what's going on. Like, if my daughter went and took fruit out the fridge, right? And I knew she took it. I could smell it on her. I could see the peelings laying around. Whatever she was trying to lie and do to cover it up, that I wouldn't know she had the oranges or the apple, whatever fruit it was. The evidence is already there. It's no different than in the spiritual realm, when these motherfuckers is running around being sneaky, doing all this witchy stuff and lying and deceiving. You know, and to be honest, they really only deceiving the lost people, you know, because we are aware on another level. So for us, we aren't really being deceived. We're just a target of somebody shooting a weapon, you know what I mean? So the deception doesn't work for us. They try to paint the picture, but what happens is, while they're painting the picture, we're looking at the imagery that they're painting, and we're able to correct it along the process. So that way it's not having the same impact it would if, you know, we haven't seen who painted Mona Lisa. We only go by the name. But it would be more credible and more believable if you knew the artist, saw the artist, or if you had a credible source that you believed in that, you know, referenced that painting to you. You know what I mean? So once I realized like the depths and lengths that these beings are willing to go to lie and deceive, I don't even concern myself with like trying to waste energy in that space. Like, a lot of them, it's not gonna be no getting back for them. And that's the thing, like, they playing around with people who shouldn't be played with. So let's say you break my finger, right? Intentionally, you know, I was doing something, you got frustrated, snap, there goes my finger. You know what I mean? I don't have to do anything back physically because your intentions is already there. But spiritually, now you're gonna have a time and space in your life to where you are gonna be in so much pain and agony, you are gonna wish that you was already moved on to your next journey. You know what I mean? So like, these beings haven't even experienced what they are about to experience. These beings haven't even experienced what they're about to experience. Like, they are going to have to pay. Daddy is shutting down this economic system. So all the ones that's running around and trying to chop everybody at the legs and do all this lying and all this witchy stuff, like, have fun doing it. That's all I could tell you, is have fun doing it. Because when the system is done, on hold, hindered, whatever it does that it's about to do, because it's going to happen this year and next year. We only got between this year and next year for these little demons to keep running around doing this without any immediate repercussions. You know what I mean? Chosen ones, us light workers, we always get our backlash, our repercussions right away. You know what I mean? Because our awareness and our team has to keep us on track, so that way we don't get astray too far from our alignment. So that's even when we was younger, before we was aware, we had to pay for things a lot more immediately than some other beings. You know what I mean? I remember one time when I was younger, like, my buddies and them had fucking all stole out the store, and then the one day I go, I'm the one that got to get caught. And what's crazy is it was like an old item that was somewhere else. This was like when I was little, but it was a whole lot of us too. And it wasn't like no kind of foot race where I was too slow to get away. It wasn't anything like that. It was like the universe had already set aside, like, all right, these little demons done did their thing, they got away with it, but you are not going to get the same pass, because I need you directed. I need your vessel to be used to guide and instruct and to do your part out here. You know what I mean? We on a limited time out here. We on a limited time span. Nobody gets to stay. We all gotta go. So if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna stand solid on my ends on the way out. So, and I can say that and believe it with everything in me. You know what I mean? So, but as far as being around these beings that's constantly lying, oh my God, it's so easy to read the energy in these beings when they're lying. And it's almost like some of them want you to say something. They just want you to, you know, they want you to give that energy to them. And it's like, some days I have the energy and I want to give it. Other days I want to show you how irrelevant you are, because you only got a little bit longer to keep playing this game. Because once the system is shut down, we are swiping left on all of you. You are not getting no first, second, third chance. The minute you show that witchy shit, you gotta go. You have to go to the upper room. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. How else we gonna clean this up? I could rake all these leaves up right now, push them over to the side. One windstorm comes through, they all back out here again. You know what I mean? They have to be removed. They have to be. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of it. We want to be in the reality of both realms, spiritual realm and this physical realm. You know what I mean? And when beings' words and their actions are not matching up, and the energy and the frequency is not matching up, just understand that a lot of these lies they're gonna take to their grave. Like they are taking this shit with them to the next journey. So it's no way that they can go to a good place if they're piling up a bunch of shit and their heart isn't lighter than a feather. That's not possible. And that's just lies. That's just one file cabinet. That's not the rest of the other file cabinets these disgusting motherfuckers gotta go through. You know what I mean? Like, it was one old being that I used to deal with, and I hit her up just to send her some energy, right? Because the spiritual realm just be telling me sometimes to, like, send somebody some energy. And they be like, boom. And that be the being that would get the energy. Sometimes it be some of my male associate. It just be depending on what the universe say. And I sent them some energy, and they had a nerve to be, like, still salty and all disgusting and witchy and just and it's just like, well, you called me this and on your channel, and I'm like, bitch, don't nobody even know who you are. Like, you're still hell-bent on some shit that you could have learned from. Like, I put myself out there every day. Why would you think that you're more relevant than me and I am standing publicly? No, that means you should walk a better life. You should walk a better life. But clearly you are choosing to stay evil and disgusting and demonic. Like, y'all have to understand, like, the depths of evil. Like, it's evil when people are doing shit intentionally. When people are well aware and doing these things intentionally, that is a definition of evil. That means you have to understand how dangerous these beings are. And I only say dangerous because, you know, they willing to poison you while you sleep, you know, put some needles or nails under your back while you sleep. Just tell them, hold on a second. You fine, just hang it up. Got the mini out here with me as always on daddy duties, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have it no other way. So, for me, like, just being able to be here with her through her progression, regardless of all the shit that I go through and the mistakes that I made or may continuously be making while learning and experiencing this realm, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no way to learn without experiencing, you know what I'm saying? So how else do you learn and grow to know more? Like, I went to court for her. I want to say we haven't had court shit in years, but the BM just decides to be a witchy witch so she can, you know what I mean? So we went to court like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, something like that, right? And that was my first time taking on and going in that system without a lawyer, you know what I mean? Like, I could have got a lawyer easily, could have had one present with me, I could have done a few different things, but the universe, you know, the higher power was just telling me, like, you never gonna get to this next position if you don't put yourself in harder positions, you know what I mean? So I done been to court for all kind of shit, between traffic shit, misdemeanor, felony shit, all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? My custody shit, all kind of shit. All my other situations, I always had a paid lawyer or a court appointed. You know, this was my first one going to take them on. And I'm not even fighting for just me. I'm fighting for two of us. You know what I mean? Like, fighting because the witch, you know, has the right to involve all this other extra shit, even though a motherfucker is present and being very implanted in his child's life, you know what I mean, in their child's life. Shit, I ain't make it by myself, but it is my seed. But yeah, she has to deal with the lies and deceptions as well too, you know, but she's aware at such a young age. And even if I have her around, you know, like different beings like male associates or other like play dates or some shit like that, she'll say something if somebody energy is like a little off balance, or she just knows, like, she just, because of me, you know, they are a reflection of us, you know. And I can only be excited for the position that I push myself to get into, to be here, you know what I mean? Like, fuck all the court shit and all that other hard shit I got going on and witches trying to get at me. Like, when I go, my mini is gonna be pretty solid in information, and even when she goes to think about her dad, me, she's gonna be able to think of someone who was solid, strong, firm, honest, all these things to help build her substance and give her somewhere to pull strength from as well too, you know what I mean? She in a whole full house with a bunch of demons and lying and all this other deceptive shit, you know what I mean? So, but when you have to deal with it on a personal level, and you live in, because some of y'all are at the jobs where you're not leaving right now. Some of you got your parents that you living with that's full out witches. Some of you, most of you probably got a spouse that is a witch, you know what I mean? Which warlord doesn't matter, they just witchy motherfuckers, that's what I say. And you're gonna be in a position where you gotta make hard decisions on how you gonna balance your energy, you know? Do you feel like you need to give this situation a response, or should you let this one slide? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna give the next one a pass, or are you gonna let the next one slide? But the whole time in the process, you don't want to spend all your time seesawing and teetering between all these witchy tactics. You have the witchy tactics over here that you know you're gonna have to manage and deal with, and then you perfect your plan and your goal to get the fuck out or to take that motherfucker down. That's all you got. You got two options. Get out, take them down. Get out or take them down. You know what I mean? So just beware. You know, a lot of these beings will take their lives to the grave. There's no need to fighting them and forcing evidence and all of this thing. And for real, like, if you do tend to do that, because I know sometimes we want to be petty Betty, you know, like you flick my ear, I want to slap you in the face, you know what I mean? So when that does happen, just know that they are going to still take that lie to the grave. So try not to invest too much energy in responding back. Be more concerned about dropping the evidence down, seeing how the initial response is, and then leaving it where it's at. You have to make the conclusion, because they are not closing anything out besides your life. That is it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to run it up too long. Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kids.